Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to this 1-hour yin practice. We're going to be taking a deep dive into that inner space of contemplation and healing. So if you have a bolster and 2 blocks, this will really support the body in the long holds that we'll be doing to really get into that quiet internal focus. So let's come to a comfortable seated position and close the eyes. Let's bring the hands together and a long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's rest the hands down, beginning with a few moments of mindfulness. Gently direct the mind to rest its point of awareness on the inflowing and the outgoing breath. So that as the breath moves in, awareness flows around the inhalation. And as the breath moves out, then again, awareness flows around the exhalation. In, as you breathe in, out, as you breathe out. Allowing the rhythm of the breath to gently focus and concentrate the mind, redirecting all the faculty of the attention into the inner world. Cultivating an attitude of introspection and contemplation so that the mind drops deeper down in awareness, slowing the frequency of thoughts, tapping into a deeper space within, utilizing the vehicle of the breath to help the mind slowly release any tension, any repetitive thoughts. Just a few more moments in that mindful space of introspection and contemplation. And then allow yourself a long, deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's softly open the eyes, We are ready to begin, so we'll start off by gently releasing the neck. Let's bring the head over to one side, drop the opposite shoulder. Take a moment and find the place where you want to lean in, and we'll hold it there. Stay. Keeping it steady and aware. Notice the tension and see if it's possible to encourage what the body is ready to release, Not forcing, not pulling, but just being present for and present with the experience inside the body. Almost there. That's good. Slowly release the head. Take a moment back in the center. And then a long, deep breath in. And let's move the head over to the other side. Drop the opposite shoulder. Take a moment. Let's find that contact point. Be gentle with the neck as it switches directions. And then allow yourself a few moments here to kind of find the place where this side of the neck needs its release. And then we'll settle in. Stay present with the sensations. Observe. But don't force. Breathe. And experience all the sensations, gently inviting the tension to release wherever you're ready to release. Sometimes the tension in the neck isn't apparent at first, but it builds. Stay for just another deep breath. Good. Let's let that release. Come back to the center and lightly move the head from side to side, shifting the chin a little down, shifting the chin a little bit up. One more time, the chin a little bit down, the chin a little bit up. Very good. Now we're going to come over on to the hands and knees. Let's separate the knees lightly. Not too wide, just a nice wide child's pose to start. Move the bolster between the thighs. Make sure we're kind of sitting back on the feet for a moment. And then a long, deep breath in. Feel completely supported by the bolster, and then exhale. We'll come all the way down. Close the eyes. Let the back release. Find the place that's comfortable for you, so you may have to wiggle around a little bit until you reach a comfortable space. Give the weight of the body over. Notice the places where the body is resisting, and see if it's possible to let go. Feel the breath cycling in, the breath cycling out. And with each exhalation, let your body release just a little bit more, soften just a little bit more. Feel welcome to shift around if it's better for you, changing the head position, finding what's comfortable. If you spend all the time on one side, it might be a good idea to switch over to the other side for a little bit. Maintaining a calm and equanimous mind. Let all the bones of the body release. Let all the muscles in the body release. Whatever tension might be in the body, let it go. Just a few more breaths. Keep letting go. Keep letting the body soften and release. The last few breaths. Slowly on the next breath in, let's come back to the center, resting on the elbows for a moment. That's good. All right. We're going to slowly come up, cross the feet underneath, pushing the bolster forward. Let's extend the legs. You can choose now if you want to explore sort of a V shape, if you want to take the legs a little wider apart. Let's slide the bolster again in, moving forward. Take a moment here, just kind of find the position of the pelvis, find the hips, make sure everything feels comfortable. Point and flex the feet for a moment. And then again, as you exhale, let's come down. Remembering to elevate the bolster with the blocks if the bolster is not giving you enough support. Or you can bend the elbows and rest your chin on your hands. Slowly again as you exhale, we can come down. If you feel like you want to be more symmetrical, we can take the block, rest the forehead on the block to give a little space to the head and maintain a bit more symmetry. If that feels better for your neck. Or if you decide that you just want to turn the head over to one side and let yourself rest, that works as well. Finding that place of release. Notice the difference in the sensations between the wide child's pose and this pose. Which sensations are different? Which are the same? Is it easier? Is it harder? If your head has been turned only to one side, maybe now is a good opportunity to pivot over to the other side. Maintaining the connection between the breath and the sensations in the body. You might notice that the mind relaxes so much so that we feel almost on the border of sleep. It's totally okay. You could even doze off for a moment. Just a little bit longer. Allowing yourself to really rest and restore here. Just a few more breaths. That's good. On the next breath in, let's slowly inhale. We'll come back into the center. That's very good. Exhale here, and let's take a moment. Walk back. Let's push the bolster a little bit forward. We're going to bend the knees. Taking the feet a little wider than the hips width apart. Then push the knees in towards each other and lightly hold on. Rounding the back for a moment. Keeping the mind calm. Letting everything release. And one more breath. And slowly inhale. Let's lift the head up. Then we're going to lie forward on the bolsters. You might want to just cross the feet and slide it forward and in. And then you can also do this completely flat and on the ground. So it just depends on what's more comfortable for you. And let's take the right arm and thread that under. And take the left. Push yourself forward enough. Right? Push yourself forward enough so that your head can kind of hang a little bit down. If there's too much pressure, rest the head on a block. And then you can explore just kind of where to position yourself on the bolster so it's comfortable with minimal effort. Maybe it's better with the knees out to the side. Just find the place where the body can really just settle. Give as much weight as possible. Release the protection. We'll stay for just a little bit more, maintaining a calm, quiet space. You're doing really well. If the head doesn't comfortably touch the ground, feel welcome to rest it on a block. Just a few more breaths. And the last breath. On the next breath in, let's inhale. Slowly unfold the arms, taking a moment there. Head rests for a moment. We want to pick the legs up again just so we get a good leverage point. And then bring that left arm under and the right on top so we can switch the sides. Allowing yourself now to settle the weight down and forward. Finding the support and finding the weight. Observe the breath And as much as possible, just give your weight down. Either turn the head over to one side or rest the head on a block. It's totally okay. Keep breathing. And on the next breath in, let's slowly inhale. Coming back to the center, take a moment here. Let yourself kind of rock the hips from side to side. Moving the head. And let's lightly push yourself back off of the bolster, moving that over to the side. We're going to turn around and slowly roll the spine down. Switching the directions, turning over. Take a moment here in constructive rest position with the feet a little bit wider than the hips and the hands resting on the torso. Just allow yourself to rest here for a few breaths. Slowly, as we now prepare to change positions, maintain a deep state of contemplation, introspection, and quiet. Drawing the right knee up into the chest and extending the left leg. We're going to move into a reclining twist. Let's roll over onto the side. Taking a moment when we roll over just to get everything situated well. Then inhale, lift the right arm, and exhale, spiral open and out to the side. If it's too intense on the arm or on the back, then rest either the hand or the knee on a block or a bolster. No force. If the knee doesn't touch the ground, then rest it on a bolster. Find the places in the body that talk to you. Feel welcome to make little movements that help you settle. Don't force or push too hard. Slowly let the body unfold itself. Unravel the tension. Release the accumulation of tightness. Just a few more breaths. Slowly on the next breath in, let's bend that right elbow in. And then inhale, come all the way back. Find constructive rest position again. Feel the body back aligned to the center. And slowly inhale as you draw the left knee up into the chest and extend the right leg. A long, deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's cross all the way over, resting the knee on the bolster, or resting the knee on the block if that feels better for you. Lift up the left hand, a big breath in. And as you exhale, let's spiral open. And allow the body to just hover where it wants to hover. Be where it wants to be. No forcefulness. And remember, if it's very intense, rest the left knee on a bolster or on the blocks. Softly release. Keep breathing just a little bit longer. Letting the mind be calm. You might notice yourself yawning, wiggling, twitching even. Totally okay. Just a few more breaths. Slowly on the next breath in, let's bend the left elbow. Come back to constructive rest. Be here for a few breaths, letting the body settle again. Find the borderland space between the conscious and the subconscious mind. In that emptiness, allow the body to move into a cycle of healing. On the next breath in, let's prepare for the next posture. I'm going to fold the knees over to the side. Slowly come up and move the bolster behind the pelvis. We're going to prepare for Supta Baddha Konasana. Slide the hips a little bit back so that the hips are supported. Let's take the blocks underneath the knees for a little extra support, making sure the body feels supported, not pushed. Good. Take a moment, getting a little comfortable. And then as you exhale, situate the body well on the bolster. And then allow yourself a long, deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax. Let everything go. Relax. Let everything go. allowing the mind to completely release, allowing the body to move into a deep cycle of healing. Just a little bit longer. If you find yourself even dozing off for a moment, it's totally okay. Observe the sensations in the body, the increasing sensations, the decreasing sensations, trusting that the body is moving into a cycle of deep healing. Keeping the mind calm. Let's prepare for the last few breaths. Slowly let each exhalation take you deeper into the mind space. And on the next breath in, let's move the feet, dropping the knees towards each other, pressing lightly into the elbows, moving the knees over to the side, shifting the bolster over. And then let's lie all the way down and take rest. You're welcome to put the bolster underneath the knees if that's more comfortable for you. Take a moment here to really feel the body. Feel the deep space of relaxation and release. Feel the vibration inside the body and around the body. And then slowly allow yourself a big breath in. As you exhale, let's slowly come back, making some small circles with the hands and the feet. Let's bend the knees and the elbows back to constructive rest. Slowly now, let's turn over on the side. And inhale. Come all the way back to a comfortable seated position. Let's close the eyes again. Feel the heart space open, the body set to the frequency of healing. Now let's bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May be happy, may be peaceful, may be filled with love.